When we learn in these Parshiot about Yosef, one of the questions that's often asked is, why was he so successful? Verse after verse after verse tells us everything his master saw that he did turned out well. Everything was successful. Everything worked out. What is it about Yosef that everything just works out? Does he have golden hands? Is he this great handyman? So the answer is, if you look into his dialogue, Rabbi Yaakov Kamenetsky points out that every time that Yosef speaks, he's always mentioning Hashem. Hashem is part of his dialogue. Thank God is something that comes out of his lips naturally, automatically, organically. It reminds me of a story I have of a friend of mine whose daughter became engaged, and he made a Sheva Brachot with his new in-laws. The in-laws made a speech about my friend. And what they said about my friend is that one of the things that really impressed them about him was that every time he spoke, he said, Baruch Hashem. And automatically, instinctively, my friend responded with, Baruch Hashem, thank God. He didn't mean to do, it wasn't meant as a joke. He meant it really, he was sincere. The same thing is true about Yosef. Yosef always noticed Hashem in his life. It's a very common question that's also asked about the Hanukkah miracle. We're celebrating the holiday of Hanukkah, and historians all the way back to Josephus sometimes had trouble understanding, what are we celebrating here exactly? The victory over the war? It wasn't much of a victory. Now, that's how we teach it to children, but if you look into the actual history, you'll see that actually the Syrian Greeks came back with reinforcements not so much later and conquered Israel all over again. So what are we celebrating? That this jug of oil lasted for 8 days? Is that such a big deal, really? And the answer is yes, it's a big deal. Because with that jug of oil, what Hashem was saying was that He is with the Jews and that they will survive that particular difficulty. They'll get past the Greeks, they'll get past the Romans, they'll get past the Crusades and through the Holocaust, and they'll be strong and they'll get through all of their difficulties because Hashem is with us. That's what Yosef noticed, that Hashem is always with him. And that's what we're expected to notice, that Hashem is always with us. And the more we do that, the more successful we'll be. And that, believe it or not, is what the point of Shabbat is. It's this chance to take a break from your work that you might forget that is really involved with Hashem. You're doing your business, you're making your phone calls, you're checking on your patients, whatever it is that you do. And you think sometimes you might forget that it's actually Hashem involved. And Shabbat gives us the opportunity to take it easy, to look back, to introspect, and to think about our day, to think about our week, and to realize, actually, Hashem has been with me the whole week. He's been helping me do my work. He's been helping me be on time. He helped me get away from that car accident that almost happened. All of these things, Hashem is with us. Hashem is with us always. And the more we realize that, the more successful we'll be. The success that you'll have when you put Hashem into your life won't necessarily translate into winning the lottery. And by the way, if you do, you know where to donate. Well, it will show up in how you feel about your success. You'll feel successful. You'll feel closer to Hashem. You feel closer to the world that He created. And that's really the point. Shabbat Shalom.